Chapter 24. Salem. As Harry turned his back, he heard the plane's engines start up again. Moments later, they went quiet. He turned around to find the Vimy had gone. "Harry," Ron called. "I think the driver's waiting for you." Harry walked up to the long, sleek car. He could see a distorted version of himself reflected in the shiny black paintwork, and a less distorted version in the black windows. He could not see inside at all. Looking more closely at it, he noticed it had no door handles. "Hello?" he said. Nothing happened. "I'm Harry Potter," he tried. All 6 of the limousine's doors suddenly sprang open. Harry looked inside. There was no driver, no controls, no steering wheel. Only 3 bench seats clad in grey leather. "I guess we get in," he said to the others. They got in. Lydia passed the chicken to Ambrose and got into the car. Ambrose handed the chicken back to her and got in at the opposite side. Once inside, they could see out perfectly. Harry was about to give the car the address he had when all the doors shut. "Wait!" he exclaimed. "There's something I need to do first." The door next to him opened reluctantly. Harry had seen someone coming across the airfield at a run. He realised it must be the airfield manager Pellicus had mentioned. "Hello," called Harry, "and goodbye." He performed the Obliviate charm. The man stopped running and gave Harry a cheery wave before turning away. Harry got back into the car. The door did not shut. "Could you take us to Peabody Place, Elm Street, Salem, please?" Harry's door drifted shut. Then it clicked. There was a pause. The car crept forward. "Yes, we're finished here, thanks," Harry confirmed. They were flung back into their seats as the car sped off across the airfield towards a nearby road. "I do hope you've not upset the car, Harry," Ambrose said with a smile. "I think I confused it," said Harry, turning around to see Ambrose, Lydia and the chicken. "Perfectly understandable and all my fault," he announced for the car's benefit. The car reached the road and cruised along smoothly. Before too long they reached the city of Salem. The car stopped by the side of a busy road. They sat for a few moments. "This isn't—" Harry began. The doors opened. "We should get out before it chucks us out, Harry," said Ron. "Remember my dad's Anglia." They all climbed out and onto the sidewalk. It was a warm, clear day. "This isn't quite where we wanted to be," Harry explained to the car. The car nudged forwards a few times, then faded away as though turning to mist. "I think it was showing us the way to go," Ron ventured. "We'll meet you back here later," Harry said to the air where the car had been. There was the ghost of a beep from the now invisible vehicle. "Off we go, I suppose," said Harry to the others. They soon found Elm Street and walked down it, looking for Peabody Place. "I would not care to alarm anyone," Ambrose whispered to the others, "but there is a black cat following us." Lydia felt a dizzying surge of knowledge rush through her head again. She had to stop walking and grasp at Ambrose's arms. "Grab the chicken before I drop her," she hissed. Ambrose took the chicken from her. Ron put his arm around Lydia. "Are you all right?" He sounded genuinely concerned. Lydia was paler than usual, but she took a few deep breaths. "I'm fine, thanks," she reassured him. She drew herself up and stood straight for a moment. Then she turned and addressed the cat in a calm but powerful voice. "Please show yourself, Miss Dexter." The cat stopped and faced the group of people. Nothing else happened. "I could make you show yourself, but it won't hurt as much if you do it on your own." The small and remarkable cat reared up on its hind legs and transfigured into a young woman in a neat but unstylish dark grey suit. "How do you know who I am?" she asked in an American accent. "I know more about you than I know about how I know all about you," said Lydia, then frowned. I just do." "And what do you know?" came her retort. You are Agent Tallulah Dexter of the MBI. You have a twin brother called Toby and a younger brother called Sam. You are the only one of the three who is an animagus. You have a pain in your left leg from where someone accidentally kicked you about an hour ago. Toby is also an agent. Sam is still at university. You've always been attracted to men who... Okay, I believe you. So I guess you know why I'm following you. You were ordered to wait for us and follow us after your supervisor received an anonymous tip-off, or so he said. You know he received orders to have us followed after meeting with someone outside the bureau, someone he has known for several years, because you saw them together. How are you doing that? Agent Dexter seemed quite disconcerted. I wish I knew. A hint of a sob pervaded Lydia's voice as a flood of uncontrolled emotion surged through her. Miss Dexter, Tallulah, Ambrose began. She prefers to be called Tally, Lydia informed him. We are British Aurors, Harry began. She knows, Lydia said, but she didn't realise you're Harry Potter, which is going to freak her out because she's a huge fan. And that's it. It's gone again. Lydia sagged as though suddenly deflating. Ambrose drew her close to him. The chicken he was holding in his other arm rested its head on her shoulder. Miss Tally, Harry began again. This time Ambrose interrupted him. I'm sorry, Harry, but could we possibly take this to the safe house and get Lydia off the streets, please? It's better if we talk in private, Agent Dexter agreed. We have a safe house down the next turn to your left, but I guess you knew that. They turned down Peabody Place, crossed the road and found their house. It was a large white weatherboarded house, with shuttered windows and a wooden portico. The American agent ran the tip of her wand down the edge of the door. It opened. They went in, down a corridor to the side of the stairs and into a large light kitchen. You're lucky. Nobody's using the house at the moment, Agent Dexter informed them. Ambrose settled Lydia into a chair at the expansive kitchen table and put the chicken in her lap. Then he drew up another chair beside hers, while the others seated themselves at the opposite side of the table. A moment's silence fell. She was right, Tally Dexter confirmed. I am totally freaked out that I'm sitting next to Harry Potter. She blushed, and blushed even more when she realised she was blushing. Harry blushed also. Orc, the chicken observed. They told Tally the whole story, from Ambrose's discovery of the diary, through Harry's capture and their fight with the Death Eaters, to Lee/Rackison's escape from Hogwarts. They admitted Eloria's connection with Beverly University was not just their best lead, but currently their only lead. So, you need to get into the magical university, she summarised. Harry, you know I can't help you with that. I'd be effectively committing treason, given my orders and your nationality. Is there any way you can turn a blind eye? Harry asked. I've already reported that I've seen you and I'm tracking you, Tally agonised. If they find you've been to the university and I haven't reported this, I'd be guilty of, at the least, insubordination. Ron suddenly swept his wand from under his jacket. Ropes flew from the tip and wrapped around the agent, binding her to the chair she was in. There you are. You've done nothing wrong. We caught you and you couldn't report, Ron grinned. There are those, Ambrose pointed out, who may say that you have gone from simply trespassing on American soil to committing an act of aggression. Agent Dexter is merely going about her lawful duties, and we have prevented her from doing so. Direct and rather chivalrous though it is, might it not get us into a certain amount of trouble? We have to find Eloria, Harry said. We need to protect Tally, especially if Eloria has links to the MBI. I'm not happy about this, but Ron is right. We have to do this. We also need to waste no time. Ron and I will go to the university and see if we can get in. Ambrose, you stay here and look after Tally. Lydia, you look like you need some sleep. What if Tally needs a comfort break? Ambrose asked. We won't be long, Harry said. You cannot know that for certain, Harry, and you know it. Remember Ireland, Ambrose protested. Give her back a wand when she needs to go. Where is it, Tally? Harry asked the agent. Inside pocket, right side, she answered. No, said Ron. I'll have to leave you mine. If they check your wand, they'll find you've been tying and untying yourself. Use mine and keep yours clean. Good thinking, Ron. Harry sounded impressed. Ambrose, you had better take Tolly's wand for now, just in case. It's okay, I won't use it, Tolly protested. You take it, Ron. You're going to need a wand. I'll be all right. We're only going to look it over and see if we can find the way in, Ron assured her. This is all in case you're traced and rescued. If Ambrose has your wand, it looks more like we've captured you and held you here, Harry explained. Ambrose will look after Ron's wand when you're not having comfort breaks. Both wands were given to Ambrose. Then Harry and Ron left, promising they would be back as soon as they could. Lydia was exhausted by now. Ambrose found her a bedroom upstairs. He gave the chicken a bowl of water and some corn that Hagrid had packed for them before they left Hogwarts. The chicken stayed in the bedroom with Lydia, and Ambrose returned to the kitchen. Lydia did not bother to get changed. She lay down on the quilted counterpane and curled up. The chicken flapped up onto the bed and settled down beside Lydia, making a soft trilling noise. Within moments, they were both asleep. Lydia awoke with a start. It felt like seconds had passed, yet it was dark outside. She looked at her watch. It said 6 o'clock. Surely it was too dark for 6 in the evening. But then by 6 in the morning it would be getting light. Then she remembered she was in a different time zone. She was trying to remember which way the clock went when travelling west, when she suddenly knew what had woken her. She leapt from the bed and hurried downstairs to the kitchen. The light was on, and Ambrose and Tally, who was still bound to the chair, were awake and talking quietly. They sounded worried even before they saw Lydia. "They've been captured," Lydia announced breathlessly. "By the MBI. They're at a place called Trenton." "That's our headquarters," Tally explained. "We must go and get them." Lydia was almost shrieking. "Lydia," Tally soothed, "can you think calmly? Think about Commandant Gretzky at Trenton. Is he in cahoots with Captain Charles and the informant who told us you were here?" "No. He's worried about Melvin Charles. Doesn't trust him. Gretzky's a good man. He's at Trenton now. He heard about Harry and Ron being arrested, so he went in. He's thinking about contacting Kingsley Shacklebolt, but he can't, and... Sorry, it's gone." Lydia slumped into a chair. At that moment, the chicken wandered in through the doorway, making grumbling noises. "Ambrose," Tally said, "may I have my wand, please? I need to go to Trenton and speak to Gretzky. He can overrule Captain Charles and maybe get them released." "We should probably try to do this without the captain's knowledge," Ambrose suggested. "If it is Auloria behind all this, we do not want Captain Charles to alert her. Would it be possible for you to take us with you to Trenton?" "I can't operate into the building, and it would be difficult enough for me to get in alone at this time, when I'm not expected." "Hold my hand, Uncle," Lydia commanded, standing next to Tally, who was still bound to her chair. Ambrose complied. Lydia held Tally's hand with her free hand. Instantaneously, the kitchen became a dimly lit office. Tally was standing untied. The chicken was under Ambrose's other arm. An astonished man was sitting behind a large desk, a cigar hanging from his mouth.